But oh no, I totally. Ooh, I spilled something. I totally understand. I mean, the everything I do, pretty much, man. Like I understand we're all on different schedules, so I always try to adapt, and especially this, man. This is supposed to just be a quick little fun thing, and I don't want you to have to worry about doing it or care about like, oh, I didn't do it, or if this time works for you, we go.
What's the challenge?
It's okay. So do you bobby pins, paper clips, shims, picks?
Got some paper clips. I got a bobby pin right here. I got picks. I mean, everything we've done over the last few challenges, man, I got it.
We just wanna like we're gonna put you on live, which literally like I'm scheduling it over on my channel and crap like that. But like I said, do whatever works. We do. But I just like let's get you live. So because this is the thing that you got to deal with handcuff escapes. That's why P10 was but can you? As soon as you post this content, you get trolls, man. That like you get was it double lock? Were holes up? Was it behind your back? You can't all that stuff. So just go ahead and do what you feel comfortable doing first. You want to shim it, you want to pick it, you want to paper clip it. Paper clips because I don't know, man. All the ones I get, I'm so heavy-handed with stuff. I bend the snot out of them. So paperclip one for the TCH for the first round of challenges we did. I killed every paperclip in my house trying to get it done. And then I was delayed on getting it done. I was like, I ran out of paper clips, and everywhere I went had like just didn't have them, or. And Not Too Dead got fed up, so he sent me a bag of paper clips. Yeah, I'm
Broke a paper clip off in these cups like shortly after I got them. And I was really, really upset about that. So I like paper clips and I don't get along very well, unfortunately.
job on the double lock than I do the single lock, but I do have. No, that's the problem for me. Oh, there we go.
I don't want to catch nothing without bending back into shape.
Can just if I don't have to deal with the double lock, I'm just inclined to paper clip that. Sh- Shimming it. Unless I open up to the other side and try to get something out of that, or single round of attempt. Absolutely. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Orgeese is in the house. How you doing? Rock out. What's going on, brother? Yeah, rock out right when I was rock out right when I was starting to message with you. He was like, "Hey, you ready to go?" I was like, what? You mean the P11?" He's like, "Now." Like right now, right now. If you can't pick it, shim it. As long as you use a paper clip somehow, man. That's all you gotta. That's all you gotta. That's the. No, you're you're here for it. I love it. Let me see if I can get a double lock on this. getting so much better at the double lock, especially on Peerless. Popping on for his, but get his P11. But yeah, he I had him on with me one time, dude. I had a blast. He's a lot of fun. I missed his live. Oh, there we go.
Sweet.
Yeah, sometimes it's just the factor of you hit it on the one, so now you know the spot. That couple seconds there, you're dialed into the feel, so it helps you on that second one. Yep, bobby pin it. Let me get mine on. Is it a regular size one? Okay, then that's that's pretty impressive because, man, again, like the paper clips, they're better than paper clips, but they bend the hell up. And then I love these oversized ones because you can make tools out of them.
I think it's bobby pins. I need to find out where I can get some steel paper clips at. If they even make them anymore.
Do a lot of practicing with paper clips. It's like the most common found item that I can add. I can walk into any store, and I've done it now. I've gone to my corner store and the Dollar General in town, handcuffed. Walked up to the counter, like, you got a paper clip? And they have a paper clip. You know what I mean? So it's like, just for doing escapes out in public, it's like, man, if I'm gonna do found item or who has the item escape, I gotta be ready to use paper clips because that might be all I get. I think I have regular paper clips somewhere. Or bobby pins. There we go. Oh, I got a whole new fresh pack actually. Bobby pins. I've still got a nice like I said, Not Too Dead sent me a supply of paper clips. I still have a decent amount left. But oh, dude, that'd be cool. Just to kind of throw in the mix. And then part of the idea is this a thing you can use for anything? Do you know what I mean? Like, we do such weird stuff, especially in escapes. But then part of the idea is, do you see how well it holds keys? Well, this can clip onto a shirt or pants or anything like that really easy. And then you can use this like it's sloppy. You gotta like learn to work it, but you can use it like a key extension tool, or like you use a tool to use a key, kind of like up around in awkward spots, and you can kind of use it like that way too. So, um, Yeah, I've used it for the hinge. I didn't. I used to have the TCH folding rigid, but I sent those to Southpaw Pete. Hook him up with some. Oh, yeah,
Advertise or something like that. But I found a gray one, man. That thing worked amazingly well. All right, bobby pin challenge. And what was the next one? Skim it with something. I don't got anything that I really wish I had something like smart assy, stealth roguish type to kind of shim it with that said something on it. You know what I'm saying? I need, you know what? I'm gonna have Aaron make me something that says something on it. That way, I could be like, you said to shim it with something. I'm just gonna have something written on it. All right, I'm gonna cheat. I have an actual shim here. I'm gonna cheat here. Use the actual Sparrow's shim. Oh, I forgot I had a whole Shacklemen pick kit. Gosh darn. I look. I try to use every weird little object you make us use, so I forget that I even have those.
shitty picks. You go to good picks. You really appreciate the good picks. But then if you go back to the shitty picks, if you go back to the shitty picks, you know how to use them better because you learned how to do good pick. You know what I mean? It's like there's a back and forth that totally keeps building your skill.
And man, I'll tell you what, this thing just destroys cups. So, all right, shim done. I'm gonna
Nearby, but like your 15,000 shimmy longs, just get in here and like they get into that tightness, but they just bang, bang, bang. They just beat these up. And I wouldn't use that pick on, the Chicago or the Peerless because there's too much room. I'm more likely to bend the pick. So they're pretty cheap, man. They're really affordable.
for I think they're the 700 Cs or the 701 Cs. I can't remember which. They're selling them for like almost $60. Yeah. ASP Centuries are about the same price for both hinged and chained. No, it's not a bad price. It's just the fact that, yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right. So I was double lock and single on that one. Double lock on that one. Single right there out of that one. All right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Holes up escape. So that's holes towards me, right? Mm, mm, let's see what we've got going on here. I might be able to do that today. And you said, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and just keep using the same pick because I already know what I'm doing with it. So got that one right there. Got that one out. Get over here and grab this one, and I'm out. Oop.
Uh, beat these cuffs, that pair of cuffs that you got there in every which way that you need to beat them. You've proven it. You went through 10 stupid challenges. Some of them are all right, but a couple of them are stupid. But you bopped it. You did it all, man. Like so, and again, the whole idea is to build your skills. So let me ask you: at the end of all this, do you feel like you're better at this?
Absolutely. The handcuff escapes just watching y'all's videos and everything else like that. So I was like, if I could pick a lock, why can't I pick handcuffs? You know?
Factors. There are people think that this is just easy or it's simple. But again, part of what we do, we're doing with the series of challenges and the building the layers of skill is doing the different difficulties. Whether you're holes up and double locked and behind the back, and like it shows you that just with a little bit of a change, you can make something that's supposed to be easy or even is easy for you. You can make it a lot harder real quick. And oh yeah, and right there, it limits your movement in that other cuffs in the way, and like you have a whole new set of variables. And then when you have like two pairs of hinged on, it sucks. You can't wiggle your wrist real well to like you gotta like push that thing out of the way and get it to swivel on your wrist, get out of the way for that second cuff.
I really might have to shim my way out.
Then you open them. Uh-oh, you find out that one's double locked, apparently, for some reason. I put them on. I've put three cuffs on me so many times. That's my main practice set right now for going for the record. So where's my stand? What's that? Oh, no, it's definitely a tighter. You got to have a thin shim. Where's mine? I don't. Did you get it? Oh,
Mark Carter. Yeah. I said that was my thinking also. It's tough sometimes. Yeah, it absolutely is. missed that. Ah,
Really, well, it might honestly, you're right. When you first get it, it might be a little tighter than the 700s on the keyway, but I but really, like the 700, the 750, the 801, 802, it's just they all seem to be the exact same to pick them. Yeah, I would. Yeah, actually, we should add that because we do have people who are in law enforcement. um, that are involved in this. And I just was talking to our local cop. I talked to him to find out what cuffs they have, and he had a ASP plus, I think. Um, and but I also say I mentioned to them, don't ever pick your work cuffs. Just like locks, don't pick cuffs in use. Really, because you don't want to break a piece off in there. You don't want to, you know what I mean. However, yeah. However, unlikely. Yeah, like you've done it, I've done it. I think Not Too Dead's done it. Busted a little piece of something off that's kind of made it screwed up inside the cuff, and you got to shake it, hope it gets out, or maybe it gets lodged or bends something. So you definitely, yeah. So like, and that's my thing. Like, if I've offered a couple of guys here in town and stuff like that. If they all want to learn, I'll teach them. And I told them, I was like, come, either get your own cuffs if you want to play with them yourself. I was like, but I got cuffs. Come over, I'll teach you with my cuffs. Don't use your cuffs. Don't use work cuffs. Yeah, which is a weird. Which is yeah. Well, it's full of paperclip parts. Ooh, I got that.
I think that was actually a pretty fun challenge. This is my first time doing a live, and you know, I was gonna I thought it was gonna be a little more scary.
Time. Um, Yeah, he's another guy that doesn't talk much in his thing or never talks or whatever. And we were kind of joking around with him in Shacklemen, and I was like, well, we should probably add another challenge and do it live. So you have to do a live. He was like, you mf'er, and I was like, oh, it's perfect. I was like, we're doing it. So like,
Actually.
go bang, bang, bang. And it pull more people, like, just, and it coincides nicely with, I wasn't even thinking about it because I didn't know that was happening yet. The lockjaw, which is the night watch. So, and that's designed to bring more people out to do more lives, to spread more people doing lock sport and sharing it and bringing more, subs and views and things in. So that's it, just works. And that's kind of the same concept. It's like, let's get more of you guys doing lives. Let's get you more comfortable with coming on lives, and move forward from there. What's that?
Thread, spools of thread in them. Yeah. So you remember the whole joke about grandma's butter cookie tin, having spools of thread and needles and stuff in it. I actually noticed that after I did that video that these all contain spools of thread in it. I think maybe this one will probably be a little bit better. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And every single one of them has it.
The dice I rock are were sent to me from Grouchy Lenny. Yeah, so I these are anytime I'm doing die rolls, these are the ones that go, and then I keep his. He gave me two chips. It's one of the few ones that I keep. I kept two chips. I think I kept the other one. I might actually sent it to somebody, but because this is my two sided, my flip a coin one, so it goes with the dice. It's part of the set, and it. Oh no, and I can never forget that who hooked me up with these.
I spent a week on it. It's only 6 pins, but every single one of them in here was like a spool. And it was the oh yeah, Greyhounds. Yeah, Greyhounds American 1100. Yeah, that thing is dope. I'm sorry. His pick. Like just epically destroyed it. This is the yeah, yeah. This is a .20, and I feel bad.
Pretty well, but then I just reached a point where I bent. I was using the 20 a lot, and then I started. I don't know. He even did it. He was like, one of them's great on cuffs, and I was like, you're right, Ben. I was like,
My cuff hook, man, this thing has been through the ringer. I've bent it back so many times back to home, and at this point, I've just kind of left it at this angle.
oh yeah. Let's see. So this little pocket set system from Southern is awesome, man. Like but you can see how bad I bent all this shit up doing handcuffs.
These two pigs, I've had to bend back home so many times and straighten out and just take the time and not break them. Yeah.
With handcuffs, and then I was like, never again, because I at that time especially I was doing this to every fucking pick I touched, and then when you bend them in that thing, they don't tuck back in right. So I was like, oh, I can't. What's that? I did bend. Yeah, I can bend anything. I've bent Rob Long, Jimmy Long's thick as shit. I like I bend everything, Bob. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, oh, you got that's like a 90 handle. I love where the fuck are mine? Oh, they're in my pocket. So my Bogotas, where's my Bogota? Yeah. I might have a couple more, but my actual my set. So I loved them. Like I got them from like Covert Instruments, and um and I like this kind of this style pick. It's a nice pocket pick. It's great for raking, and getting a lot of the just brutal stuff into things. But do this. I'll do it that way. If you notice which way my handles go, so no, normally handles go down and the pick goes up. My handles go in the same direction as the pick profile. So where most people it's the regular ones designed, you're kind of using it like that, whereas I'm basically using it like that. Whether it's up or down, the leverage and everything I'm getting is from that. And I wanted that because it just is better. Like you just get better attack, better leverage, better control. Um, and I asked Robert, and I sent him an email. I was like, "Hey man, is there any way you'd make these for me?" And he was like, "No." It's like, and that's after he reached out and talked to me the first time and shit. I was like, and I didn't really ask him for anything. I was like, maybe this is the one thing I can ask for, and he'll do. And he said, "Nope." Yeah, but guess who did come through for me and make these this way? Oh yeah.
Uh, oh yeah, no, no, they're super busy as of late. But I want to eventually get a custom set of like Elvish style picks.
That is, it looks like that. No, it's like a metal band, like you push it through from the other side. Yeah, but Southpaw Pete sent me some of these. I've it's a shim, and then that thing makes a great little handle for it. So, and then the other thing I have in here is Southern's making for me. I'm gonna start getting all my stuff online and buyable, but is these are the actual perfectly made tips for my stupid. Yeah, which is an ergonomic. Yeah. Well, I worked for a sign company when I moved back to Michigan in like 20 whatever 13 or something. And I found this is a Fisker's finger knife. So it comes with a razor blade. And I was doing a ton of vinyl and vinyl weeding and for signs and things like that. And I just holding the X-Acto knife to do it, it just got it. I was doing it for hours a day sometimes. It was uncomfortable. And I found this, and it was just there's just such a light touch and so much control. When I got into picking, yeah, I was just thinking different ideas and different things, and I was like, "Oh, well, dude, why don't I see how that works?" And I think it's honestly, I would like to see it catch on a little more. Like I said, I'm making the tips available, and then I'll buy the handles and put them out in a set. But you can buy the handles yourself. You can sand down pocket pick tips to fit. You know what I mean? And but it's like I'm telling you, man. Like when my hand is so my nerves and my joints and things are so bad and it's hard to hold picks, I can hold this. I can pick and rake locks with my fucking feet with this thing because you can really put it on a toe. Yeah, so I think this would help it just for, just different handicaps and from physical, inabilities and things like that. I think this could help a lot more people be able to pick.
So this is actually what's left over from my very first pick set that I bought from Sparrows. Found it the other day. I was looking through some old stuff, and this is all that's left in my first set that I got 5 or 6 years ago.
Sure. Yeah. I lost my shit, man. Oh, dude, it was, and like, I mean, it wasn't all of them, but it was the ones I used the most. I just had them pulled out of the set, off the. I thought I had them in a like an extra like an extra southern one of these, nice little slim case, which I do have some. Oh no, those are southerns, right? Yeah. Those are Southerns. Oh, have a good one, brother. Yeah, you started this. This is all your fault. Oh yeah, yeah.
Cereal, I guess. Like this shim is just toast.
Learning. I don't do that to picks anymore. So there's a break point where you get good enough and you figure out how to not do it. So and the nice thing with Southern, especially being the ones that have that kit, is you can buy an individual pick cheap as hell. So you can replace one or two, or you can just replace you can replace the four picks. You know what I mean? And then still have all your shims in your case. So just by design, it's like it's an affordable. It's easy for people to get. Use the code pick me if anyone here is going to order, right? Well, I'll share, like I so you know I'm unofficially affiliated, however you put it, with like multi-pick and Southern. And then Lockjaw's been good to me, so they're and they're good to Mittens, so they're on the list. Jimmy Jimmy's has been good. Jimmy's has done nice things, but if any pick company, minus one, sends me a thing, like even just an email, like like, hey, we're gonna have a sale. I'll share that knowledge, man. Like if there's a code, yeah, because it might not be my bag, but someone else needs it. Ooh, I love that case. Oh, nice. Oh, that's funny because I just was Vector Potential was here yesterday. He stopped by on his way. Yeah, he's working in Michigan for a couple weeks or something. And on his way out to the, hotel and airport, he was, passing my house. So he hung out for a couple hours, man. It was awesome. He is honestly, I liked him and he's a cool guy and everything, but he's just very interesting, man. He's got a lot of knowledge in his head. Um, but he had the brown one of these, and he got it from Greyhound as well, and it had the logo burned on it. And I was like, dude, how'd that happen? And I think it was Aaron. I remember Aaron tried out the laser at the shop to burn a logo in the leather for something, and it smelled the place up. So he was like, yeah, we're not doing that. But he did one. And I was like, "Oh, dude, so you're like the second person that's been hooked up with through Greyhound with one of these." Dude, I love this case. Oh, I bet. Well, everything you do, like, I don't know, tanning it, high drying it, everything you do with leather has a bad smell, right? I mean, until you get to the finished product, at least. Have you seen have you seen these sideways picks, the twisty flexes? These are fun, especially for raking and zipping.
Yeah, you heard me. I, I, I think we've had this conversation, haven't we? Yeah, just
Add that flex. You can add or decrease how much agitation you're putting in to the pins. Gives you another little dimension. Somehow I can't get this lock open. Uh, great. A master lock 3 is going to be me. Oh, I got the wrong turner in there though. It's getting weird. It could be.
background music. Okay. I was just making sure that there was no loud noises in the background or anything. Dude, those things are weird looking. Not gonna lie. Actually, I had a set. Where did I do with it? I think I let a friend borrow them. Yeah, I let it.
With control from a longer handle, like you got a little more grip. So what?
I wish there was like one of the minis I can use, but I'm afraid to bend these. Mm.
Not up and down. Just be just be delicate with your feel for the spot. Don't crank your spot. There you go. Right there. Bang. All right, we're escaping with minis. I have I have a mini elephant trunk actually. Speaking of Southern, let's get in there. A little bit of positioning, and there we go. Yeah, I don't really. I don't I don't know. I don't even bother. I didn't bother with the TCH or anything. It's just easy enough to kick it, from being in position. And I'm just normal used to putting cuffs on. So well, and then there when you start doing cute little backloadings and snocking around, you get cuff kisses. It's a cuff kiss. That scar right there. That and Yeah, and yeah, remember because I looked down and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm bleeding. I didn't even feel it. I had a pick. I had a pick in my back pocket popping out. And when I was reaching behind my back to like put the cuffs on or whatever I was doing, I dragged it. I managed to bang it and just drag it perfectly and open my whole arm up. And I mean, it wasn't super deep, but it was a pretty good cut. And that's the worst scar on my body. I know. That's from that's because of Nick's picks. And then the other handcuff related scar, you can see that dark spot right there. The first live we did, Coxie was on there and he's got zip ties on his hand and he's about to escape out of them. And I stop looking at the screen. I grab a zip tie and I zip tie myself. And I'm like, okay. And I start trying to bust out of it. And he's doing like a trick. He's just like, bam, I'm out. And by the time I'm done busting out, I like totally opened up my wrist right there. And I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah. Younger and stuff, like I can't wear cheap jewelry and cheap metal. But when I started doing lives where I was putting, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cuffs on and I'd have them on and I put them all back on, I put them on, I'd break out contact dermatitis all up and down. I was like, dude, that who nobody warned me I had to worry about this, you know what I mean? Yeah, pretty much any cheap metal, man. Like, I don't think there's a pair of cuffs that are actually like silver plated. So every unless and the ones that are best for me is anything coated. I think aluminum, eh, and then anything blacked and anything powder coated. Like I don't have to worry about too much. Mark, do you want to know about what holds up on these? So let me show you. You're trying to get holes up. You're gonna have to have angle to whatever you're using. So in this situation, let's see, it's easy. I want to be able to get to where I need to be. So I can get there by reaching up over and having something that comes back down. Now in the moment, that blade is in the wrong position for how I can get my hand there. And I can't quite get it in the right spot. So if I did a little more bending, get this tool right, I can do that. Or you can also, depending on where the hole is and what kind of cuffs you have, come up around the backside. So let's see, who's that? Um, so that's how you're doing that. The other thing with that is kind of what we were just talking about earlier. Is you get something with anything that resembles a key. And these are turned the wrong way. Try to get them the other way.
I just gotta make it first using a ratcheting system.
Making. You play around that way. I'm like, I can feel it in my rib the way I'm leaning to try to like lean this thing. And I was like, I'm not. This is not the moment I'm doing that. Let me see if I can get it. There we go. Ooh, and the Twisty Flex City Rake for the pick win. Well, and that's the nice thing. Like, I got all of those. I got regular, regular direction. Ones of those in 25,000s. I've got, they did mid lock sport set for me. And those are in 25. Then I've got these with the eye on them because I love that logo. And these are in 20. This is my first 20,000 set right there. And then I've got like my elephant trunks, and I've got my heavy dog legs. What's left of them? Oh, you know what? My 16,000s is still in good condition, actually, which is crazy that I haven't screwed that one up. Oh, nice.
Years old.
Hand, practice your escape. And if you do something stupid or you put yourself in a bad position, just videotape it and share it with us. That's Peerless. It's in the same spot. You got another Peerless, right? Yeah, yep. It's at 9 o'clock. It's either 9 or 3. Yeah, like the tightness of the spring might put a little bit of difference on it and stuff, but and then you have such a deep hook, it's you have to kind of drag in off your direction to get it. So it's hard to see with your hand how close you are. So like if I'm doing, where's a deep hook for me? I'm doing, or you got a medium hook. So here's my medium hook right here. Right there. So I'm coming in. I'm using it like a. I'm coming in straight at it. I'm not. I'm not swooping on it. If I'm swooping on it, if I'm swooping on it, see where I am right now. That's about. This is where you need to be for that deep hook to get it. If you're dragging behind, if you're doing the swoopy, that's where that is. Oop, I just slipped off it. Right there. See where I'm at?
That's almost towards the back of the pin. There we go. Got it. Yeah, got it. Yeah, it's yeah. See, I got it.
The 5 or the 7. Yeah. Well, depending on the lean that you have when you find the spot. But if you're kind of straight when it hits, your body's going to be really right about that. Yeah, about 7:30 almost. Yeah.
for it to catch it, and it's catching it right now.
Then you can see your body's at 1 o'clock. So a medium hook is like a two o'clock difference, whichever way you're doing it. It's gonna be add two, minus two, or minus two, add one. But
Just to make sure it wasn't a fluke. Go in there, you drag it around, and we're off. We're off. Lesson learned.
while cuffed, I don't have to have this hand in it. I just have to hold it. That way you can take a break, rest your shoulders, rest your arms. You can come back and keep trying. So that's just another one of those like practice tips. And then when you do this and you pick this way and you open it, you close it. You pick it again, you open it, you close it, you pick it again. You get a lot of practice doing it, like repetition doing it, that kind of style. Yeah, I mean, I've, um, yeah, it's mind boggling to think of how many times I've escaped handcuffs now. I mean, I haven't caught up to Coxie and like deadlocks and like people that have been doing it a while yet, but the sheer amount that I practice with the much more limited, collection I have. Um, I mean, I've escaped Peerless 700 Cs. If I tell you I've done it 1,000 times, it's a very low number. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, I'll put 10 on, I'll put six on, take them off, eight on, take them off, 10 on, take them off, 10 on, take them off, 10 on, take them off. I'll do three 14 times. So and then that's just like the learning curve of like getting to where I'm at, whatever skill level I am. It, yeah, I put in the effing practice, man.
Picking cups, I'd say these. These are the ASP centuries. Th- Ah,
To learn, get better and things like that. They don't teach you anything. They don't advance your skill. They don't teach you a different keyway or a tighter. They don't teach you anything. And it's like to me, they're the clear lock of handcuffs. Yeah, yeah.
sure. Why not, right?
Pairs and you're trying to learn, don't get those. They're gonna waste your money. You're not gonna learn anything. It's gonna wait till your next pair comes along. Is actually you're gonna start learning. I absolutely say Peerless 700s are the best starters. They're susceptible to every exploit. You got the paperclip shims, which is you can't do with everything. They're not they're not as loose as the ASP, but they're loose enough to shim with a lot of things. And like if I want to shim with this, I gotta like really be good with it. So you can shim. Oh yeah, I had claustrophobia, man. Like, and I used to, and I've been, in a lot of cuffs a lot. So I don't like it. But I can tell you now, dude, I don't even. It doesn't even. But I walk around town with cuffs on. Like I hang around the house. I'll put them on and then go do stuff and then come back and take them off. Like it's absolutely. I'm absolutely so comfortable wearing cuffs. It feels ridiculous. It's almost weird. But yeah. Yeah, I put them on now, like I said, like yesterday, I put them on walking up to a counter, go buy stuff. Like I'm sitting at the bar, I go to the Moose Lodge, I sit there and put cuffs on, and then the more I do it now, I'm bored just putting cuffs on. So clearly I want to like cuff myself to ladders upside down and you know, want to escape cuffs underwater.
Could never do that. But I mean, shoot, when you're good at it, I mean, so if you're good at it, why not, right?
Okay, man, go for it. Do your stuff, at any level. And yeah, I mean, in a weird way, I've done well with it. So, um, uh, yeah, I mean, how it's weird. Yeah, it's weird when I'm telling people like, "What do you do?" I'm a YouTuber. Yeah, I pick locks and I escape handcuffs. Yeah, at 51, I started picking locks, escaping handcuffs, and selling weed. It's a really weird, it's a really weird midlife like shift. Naughty bucket. Oh, is that is that an Abus rock? Yeah. Oh, then yeah, you picked that? Oh, nice. How was it?
They all pretty much sit up at one level, and they're all spools. And it was actually it was quite frustrating. Doesn't he live in Washington? I think so. It's still rolling through the night. No survivors, no witnesses. Yeah, no, I got the what was that, the 440 there, the Alpha 800, and whatever that mini lock was. I can't remember what that mini lock was, but yeah, those are the three I haven't been able to pick yet. That Alpha man, you have to have a double tension on that one, and I don't have one of those yet. I used to, a long time ago. I can't figure that mini one out. Everybody says tension it from the bottom, but I can't. Like, I haven't figured it out, and all it is just pushing wafers in, and then Isamu told me how to pick the squire, but I have not been able to make a tensioner for it yet. I thought you picked that one open. Oh, the trailer cover. The Ruko 500. Yeah. Oh, I don't think I've I don't think I've come across barrel pins yet. I've done several spools.
It's too easy. It's not helping me. Like, I'm like, that ain't working. Um, which one was that? Oh, just a random. Mm. Yeah, I've got out of the all the kicks I have, man. There's a handful of them, dude. I can't get in. I don't know what's going on, and I know some of them have spools and some of them don't, and it pisses me off. So it's like if you're sending them or doing this or whatever, and then do whatever your radiator gives out, or your water heater, or you're fired, or whatever. Like your life shifts in a second, and so I don't ever want anybody to right, right. And likewise, I got my guy at multi-pick was on vacation this month, and so I got to reestablish contact and like refigure re oh, he'll end up yeah, I mean he'll end up sending some stuff, and you're on the list for whatever I get out of him. So definitely. And then I've got one of these definitely that's going to be coming your way too. Oh no, 40 millimeter to cover a yellow belt. I got and one oh Mastock 150 and an Avis 5540 to cover orange, and then I got a 1100 and a 410 to cover green, and it was forever before I got into those two effing green locks. So like,
And I actually ended up, yeah, I actually ended up, I picked it open. Yeah, this is a 6840. It's an interchangeable core. Similar. Yeah, this is the 6840. Yeah, this is the 6840 right here, Pro Series. It's just like that, just in brass. Yeah, this is the 6840. I haven't been able to find the 6835s or anything like that. But this one I got at Lowe's, I believe, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I picked it open the first time, and man, I cranked the crap out of it, and so it spun all the way around inside. the housing, and I was so mad because it wasn't opening, and I had to pick it open again. Second time was easier, but that's what happens when you overpack them with grease. Jesus.
He's like 500. So I'm way. Not only am I way behind, it's been a fucking. I don't think I bought a pair of cuffs this year. Oh, dude, it's a great lock, man. Great lock. I need like I'm bummed. I used to have like I had like 4 or 5 of them at one point, and I think I sent 2 or 3 went to Croatia. I don't know where the other one went. I'm down to one of them, and like, dude, like the fact, yeah, and like I argue with uh shit, Wolfgang and W3Y Ray because they both think that the 7240 is a harder lock to learn than the 1100. And I'm like, you're fucking crazy, dude. No, there's no way. Like it's like I lost my mind trying to get into the 1100. Before I was halfway done progressively pinning the 7240, I was able to open another one. I was like, oh, okay, that's just all you do with this. And then every one I get a hold of, I'm like, bang, 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 it's open. Bang, 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 it's open. I was like, dude, this is a comfort lock, man. I was like, that's nuts. Oh, bring it on. Ooh. I mean, I'll try. You- well, you actually, you know who needs that lock? Nola. He's the best. Like he loves them. Yeah. Like in fact, I've sent him. I know I've sent him at least one best. I don't think more than that, but I know I've sent him one best lock. He loves bests. He gets into them too.
Right here. This one's just a generic brass body. I don't really know the brand of it. I got this out of an old box of locks that my old boss gave me when I left. So, but, yeah, it's just like I said, just a standard brass housing with the Cormac's best. None of them have keys. None of them do. I got this one. It does have keys.
Looking at them in the last couple of months or so, picking like I just I don't know, dude. Like you got a key or don't have a key, whatever. That doesn't mean I'm gonna get into it, but I'll try. Um, I, although okay, so when I started getting into greens and blues, I did start making sure I've got them, separated out of the pile. So I have begun to be better about it.
Straight from the packaging. I'll just keep them on the shackle. And
Keep the key. Well, it depends on how I'm organizing my desk. There's some if I'm working on a bunch of them, I like to keep the key in them. But if I need to organize the keys this way, then I'll just throw them to the side. It's just the keys will get they're a secondary concern for aesthetics. I don't know, man. It's a we- it's a weird approach. Yep. All right, man. I gotta bounce. I'm gonna go do some dinner and things like that. If that works. All right. Well, you have officially completed the Shacklemen are peerless 11 challenges, the debrief, the outro, the live tests, flying colors. And dude, thank you for joining the group. Thank you for participating. Thank you for supporting, other Shacklemen anytime you're able to. We're all can't watch everybody's shit. So anytime you can watch somebody's thing, leave a like, leave a comment, we're all just kind of collectively supporting each other and trying to get more people into this. So thank you for being part of it, and thank you for jumping in and doing this. Yeah, I kind of like it was weird. I took it over, but
No, no, you're good, man. You're good. I'm not really like a whole, social person, so it's kind
easy with it right from the start. So congratulations on that side of the challenge as well. All right, I'll talk to you later, brother. Hope you have a good week.
or your for your Guinness World Record.
I'm in the go zone for getting all this done now. So there'll be a lot of talk about it. Right? What are we in right now? Oh, the way you said that, I was like, do I have it wrong? You made me question myself, man. I was like, wait, right? Is that right? I was like, yeah, no, that's right. Yep, about 3.5 weeks, and it's go time.
Just have it recorded.
Personal phone to try to pop a live. I don't know how great it'll be, but at least it'll be on there. I appreciate it, brother. I'm going to represent the Shackle. Have a good one.
All right, everybody. That's going to be the end of the live for tonight. Thanks everybody for joining. Matt's Lock Shop. Saw you enter at the last minute there. Sorry, brother. Uh, got to hit the hay. Got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'll catch y'all later.